It's day two of me analyzing business. So as I said, I'll be analyzing FMCG and the companies which I have in my portfolio. So it is not a buy or sell recommendation; it's just an analysis from my head. So currently today I'll be doing analysis on Gravitas quarter one of FY25. So let's start with the business model of Gravitas. So the Gravitas basic business model is recycling of materials like lead, aluminum, plastic, rubber, and also they provide turnkey solution. Solution basically means कि they provide consultancy services to companies so that they can better manage the recycling capabilities. Just something like Praj Industry जैसे कि वो help करता है sugar companies को to set up ethanol based plants, something like that. So यहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा margins इसके होते हैं. As there is no assets being used, just the people, the person is the employee is used for this project. Uh, uh, Gravita is the largest lead producer because it recycles. Therefore, in India, it is the largest producer. Currently, if you look at the capacity, total capacity, lead ka, aluminum ka, plastics ka, and rubber ka, so it currently stands at 3,02,859. By FY27-28, the plan to increase it to 5 lakh ton. Uh, Now talking about the sectoral tailwinds, what's happening? So Gravita comes under the sustainability model. Like then government is also pushing that more and more organized sectors get scrap availability. Therefore, more share of organized sector going ahead. Currently, it's very less uh, going ahead uh, due to the due to the BMR and ERP policies by government. There will be more availability of scrap. Therefore, more revenue opportunities to companies like Gravita. Uh, then they have also, if you see the history of margins for Gravita before 2019, it was a lot volatile. But post June, exact June 2019, the margins have not been that volatile. It's somewhere in the range of 7% to 10%. It is because of hedging mechanism. At place they have hedging mechanism for lead. They are currently there is no hedging mechanism for aluminum alloy. There is a uh, aluminum metal ka hedging instrument available, not for the alloy. So alloy has a different is made up of different materials, aluminum plus other metals, mu- and has different use cases. Therefore, it needs different hedging instrument. So the company expects key MCX will bring this by quarter two, this quarter itself, quarter two. Now coming to the Concon analysis. So as we said, the WMR and ERP policies by government will help them uh, get more scrap to recycle. So more scrap मतलब ज़्यादा revenues means they also the domestic scrap this quarter was 50% had seen a 50% growth YOY basis from the domestic segment due to this policy itself. Uh, as I said, the aluminum alloy. Stress this point: aluminum alloy, not aluminum metal. So the derivative hedging instrument will be made available by this quarter itself. So we need to track through the notifications of the company. Now they expand, as I said, they have current capacities of lead, aluminum, plastic, rubber, and turnkey solution. Now they want to expand into other uh, materials like lithium recycling, paper recycling, and steel recycling. So अभी के लिए पायलट प्रोजेक्ट चालू है for lithium and tire recycling. And for tire recycling and lithium, they expect कि H1 of FY26 तक अपना प्लांट बन जाएगा. For paper, they're still due diligence में है वो. They're still evaluating whether to go ahead or not, and they expect the plans to be operational by FY27. Due diligence in the sense the acquisition of plant, machinery, land, etc. Plan to है that they'll expand into steel and paper recycling. Just that they are looking at due diligence चालू है for assets and land, and they expect it to be operational by FY27. Now the talking about the revenue growth this quarter, YOY basis pay. So it was 29%, purely led by volume growth, which is a good sign. Talking about the volume levels, the volume levels were this quarter lead का volume level was 41,900 and the EBITDA per ton was 19,321, which is not that volatile. It is okay. Aluminum के case में as till now, till quarter one, there was no hedging instrument. Therefore, the margins were volatile over here. Uh, Also to notice, this time the aluminum prices were rising. Therefore, यहाँ पे margin ज़्यादा दिख रहा है हमें. So the volume for aluminum alloy this quarter was 2,460 tons, and EBITDA per ton was 19,440. Plastics के case में it is 3,190 tons, and the EBITDA per ton is 10,077. Also to notice, they have closed down their Jamaican and other Jamaican and Costa Rica का plant because of less availability of recycling. मतलब recycling availability less, therefore they won't be able to churn more of their assets. अगर ज़्यादा churn नहीं होगा, therefore it's not operational, because these companies are not capital intensive. These are asset light models. कि तुम्हारे पास ये ये कैपेसिटी है, इस पे तुम स्क्रैप लाते जाओ, उसको टर्न करते जाओ और सेल करते जाओ, लेकिन अगर स्क्रैप अवेलेबल ही नहीं होगा, then they cannot do that. Therefore they have exited these two countries, and they're planning to set up the plastic का plant in India itself, because of these policies. Therefore ज़्यादा availability होगा. Especially they are focusing on PET, जो edible plastic, not edible, edible cutlery में जो यूज होता है, cutleries में यूज होता है plastics, वो वाला. Now, as I said, the volume growth with this, and value added, as so they are targeting a 50% revenue contribution from value added, matlab high premium products. As of this quarter, the number is 47%. So it seems they'll achieve the target. EBITDA margin, we normal. Uh, Going ahead, we should expect EBITDA margins between 8, the lowest one 7%, and around 10-11%. PAT margins this quarter was 7.42%. The company has a rosy target of achieving 25% CAGR in volume terms, 33-35% PAT growth, and targeting an ROCE of 25%. So if I look at the ROC profile, their highest contribution as of now is from lead, which is close to 91% of the revenue. The rest is non-lead. Now they are targeting कि यार we'll do 30% of the revenue from non-lead and 70% from lead businesses. This type of businesses, the main thing is to track volumes बढ़ रहे कि नहीं, then the ROC, उस segment से कितना ROC कमा रहे, and asset turns, whether they are efficiently doing the asset turns or not. So let me open screen and see. So if I see, the capital employed is higher. It's close to 32% for lead. Aluminum का there is no data as of now. Turnkey के इसमें केस में 71% है, and plastics के केस में 24%. But if I look at the profitability plastics में ज़्यादा है, it's 46%, whereas lead और aluminum में it's just 10% around. And the management also, as they said, volume growth होगा 25% का, but PAT growth उससे ज़्यादा होगा 33-35% का. Why? Because of high value added का contribution. I don't think because of that, because anyways 47% कर रहा है, तो 50% 3% तक extra करके ज़्यादा क्या add कर देगा ये. That needs to be looked at. In the next, then as I said, they'll be expanding their plastic and rubber का verticals, which are highly profitable. As of now, we have data for plastic, rubber का अभी तक आया नहीं है, and operating, they are saying operating leverage की वजह से will grow our profitability by 33-35%. So we need to track this number. Also talking about lithium, so lithium will easily take around 3 to 4 years, because अभी cars आई है पूरी वर्ल्ड वाइड, इवन इन इंडिया में. सो यूजुअली 5 year 4 to 5 years तो लगेगा ही कि एक कार को स्विच करने में. सो वहाँ पे स्क्रैप अवेलेबिलिटी का टाइम लगेगा. सो द कंपनी सेइंग इट विल बी 2 to 3 years जब अपने को आएगा लिथियम का बैटरीज रिसाइकल करने के लिए. आई एक्सपेक्ट द पीक मार्जिन, द पीक रिसाइकलिंग अवेलेबिलिटी of lithium material batteries to be around 3 to 4 years, because usually इस टाइम पे कार स्विच होता ही है usually. So for this we need to track Amara and Excite, because these both are also entering into lithium and lithium based batteries. सॉरी एक यूजलेस कॉल आ गया था. सो गेटिंग बैक, सो लिथियम का केस वी वर डिस्कसिंग अबाउट लिथियम. सो लिथियम कंपनी एक्सपेक्ट्स 2 से 3 साल में अपने को स्क्रैप मिल जाएगा. बट लेट्स टेक 3 to 4 years कि इसके बाद तो अपने स्क्रैप मिल ही जाएगा ऑप्टिमल लेवल पे, एंड देन इट विल कीप ऑन इंक्रीजिंग. दे हैवंट गिवन एनी गाइडेंस कि इसमें मार्जिन क्या होंगे. जस्ट दे हैव गिवन कि द लिथियम प्राइस they can sell at between 100 to 250 rupees per kg. Now also they gave update कि OEMs का जो lead का obligation है, recycling obligation for lead का complete है. We are still remaining with lithium का discussion, going on with lithium का discussion, and also going ahead we shouldn't forecast other income because वो fluctuating, and as they are hedging is through derivative instrument, therefore it is not recovering part of our business, therefore we should not forecast it. The rubber plant would be operational by H1 of FY26 in India, and the capacity of this plant would be 9,000 tons in the 9,000 tons in Mundra. And the capex they have given guidance of 600 crores in capex. All of it would be funded by internal accruals. They are not planning to take any debt, which is a good sign. Talking about the scrap sourcing, कहाँ से होता है. So they either do it through OEMs, dealers and others. So usually India के case में it's more than 80% from OEMs, 20% and from dealers and others. They haven't commented what technology they'll be using for lithium, whether they'll be using hydrometallurgy or pyrometallurgy. We have to track this out. But just they have given guidance कि we'll be doing 70 to 100 crores of capex for lithium plant. As of now, the capacity utilization rate is 66%. They expect the capacity utilization to be 70 to 75% to achieve our targets of 25% volume growth, 33% PAT growth, 25% ROC. Now, tax rates here seems to be low because of tax incentives over here. So, 2 से 3 साल तक we can expect it to be in the range of 10 to 11%. And as I said, the lithium price is expected to be between 100 to 250 rupees. And also they target the to reduce the inventory days. As of now, the inventory days are 80 to 85 days. वो उसको कम करना चाहते हैं to 65 to 70 days, so that so they expect, as of now their inventory days are 80 to 85 days. Now they have a target of achieving inventory days of 65 to 70 days in 2 to 3 years. अभी ये कैसे होगा? They said it could be because of high availability of scrap. High availability of scrap मतलब ज़्यादा asset turns होंगे, therefore high revenue, and also कम time में अपन बेच सकते हैं पूरा का पूरा products. Also they have been giving this target of 8x asset turns from the last 1 year. So we need to track this around. If I look at 8x, so it's the revenue comes at 8,000 odd crores, and guidance के हिसाब से they are planning to achieve 25% CAGR in volume. Therefore FY28 में अपने को revenue मिलना चाहिए 7,800, which is in line with the assumptions. Now the risk factors which I found is कि यार इनका receivable days का growth was very high last year. 93% was the receivable growth, whereas revenue growth was 12%. It was mainly because of supply side constraint. That's issue की वजह से हो गया था. And also this इसी वजह से इनका CFO EBITDA, therefore pent up demand इस क्वार्टर में पूरा का इस साल में पूरा का पूरा हो जाएगा. ये जो भी pent up demand था इस साल में पूरा हो जाएगा. Therefore we'll expect higher growth rate this year. So yeah, that was it. Thank you.